Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. Gonna mulch it deep and low, gonna make it fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, please bless these seeds I sow.
My garden.
Please keep them safe below, till the rain comes tumbling down.
And I'm thinking it's gonna just get better, so I thought I would take a little video. There's a fig tree right there, and some gladiola and onions, and asparagus on the other side of that wood, and some baby squash.
Old crow watching from a tree, God is hungry, eyes on me. In my garden I'm as free as that feathered thief up there.
Got the gladiolas blooming, which when I planted them, I thought they were onions. So I put them here in my potato patch. I already harvested the potatoes, they kind of died off. But cherry tomatoes are coming. The sunflowers got ridiculously tall. Check out that one. That's the roof of the house. So it's about 15 feet, I think. Peas are almost dying, but I've been eating those. Dill, potatoes. It's a potato. Squashy squash. The cabbage and the Brussels sprouts got huge. The zucchini, of course, is taking over. My lettuce down there has bolted, meaning it's making a flower and seeds. On the back there I've got peas on a trellis and a cucumber somewhere on the far left. A little bit overgrown, but that's the way I like it. Trying some celery. Tomatoes are starting to turn red. Those are giant. The gladiolas are really lovely. And around the back here, it's a little shady, but lots of beans. I planted those straight from the kitchen. Like black beans and red beans, pinto I guess they are. That's my garden 2019. Now it's June. Sunflowers are about at their peak. And these gladiolas bloomed. But we had a pretty heavy rain, so I'm about to go cut those because they fell over. But look at that garden. It's growing. Hi. It's fall, and I realized I haven't taken a garden video in a while. Mom's flowers are doing beautifully. The chrysanthemums are opening now, and these are the roses she planted around Valentine's Day. The asparagus is doing great. Very ferny. And I've been battling the lawn, invading this bed, but I feel like I've won, especially with these stone slabs. They've really helped, but you can see I constantly have to weed. The onions have been kind of pitiful, but basil's been good. I've been getting these banana peppers, and I planted a ton of beans. So right now it's basically a bean and basil farm with a little bit of brassicas and squash vines fledgling along. I have to show you this hibiscus thing. It's about to burst out in pink flowers. You see that one? Anyway, that's exciting. And then this bed got very overgrown for a while and has now settled into this. Starting to get tomatillos. Hey dude. Tomatillos. This marigold got crazy big. Keeps attracting these beautiful monarch butterflies. Parsley is making seeds. I should probably get those before the bugs do. And my bean plants make these purple beans. That one's not the prettiest of colors, but I'll post a photo. And I just put all the pots in here because I got this automatic watering system installed. Bunch of carrots, tomatoes took over, but they're kind of done. And these guys are kind of special. They are moringa trees. I learned about moringa in Costa Rica. It's an excellent source of protein, and all parts of the plant are edible, but the leaves have the most nutrients. And I started them from seeds, so that's exciting. They probably won't survive the winter because it does freeze here, but the ground doesn't hard freeze. So we'll see. Maybe I'll dig them up, or I'll just cut them way back and mulch them deeply. We'll see what that does. This plum tree's doing great, but those unfortunately did kind of poorly. So I just installed this irrigation system because this poor little tree was kind of dying back, but signs of life. It's not done yet, and that one too lost all its leaves. So I laid the strip irrigation and I dug this bed here. There was going to be a big T, so I figured I would plant some more here. This is the low part of the lawn, so I've been thinking about how the water works. And this used to be a tree. I think they dug it up. There was a big hole there, so I just put in that fig. It's a little low, I know, but I need to fill that with compost and mulch. So here's my brassicas coming up in this new bed over here. Pretty happy about that, like 30 lettuces. Watermelon hanging on, looking pretty pathetic. Sweet potatoes, strawberries, another pepper. That's about where I'm at. And here's the fall view from above. I hope you've enjoyed this time-lapse experience of my garden with me. I wanted to show you, this is the total quantity of beans that I got from a ton of bean plants. And actually I've been really disappointed with the amount of food that I've harvested. Over by my compost pile I've had some vines succeeding and making melons and things, but most of my squash got a pest that like made this little worm larva in the stem, and then the vines just died after taking a bunch of time to make really beautiful lush vines. They didn't produce any squash. And then midway through the season when I harvested all the beans, I realized that that was barely one meal for my family of 4. So I planted like 100 of these purple bean vines, and I've probably harvested twice as many as this now. I just made a big pot of chili. And they're pretty good. Mostly I like them because they're purple. So, gardening is an adventure. It's been really a pleasant way to spend my time this year, and I feel like growing food is one of the most productive things that a human can do, even though it's hard sometimes. Bye. Just planted the second fig tree here at this other tip of the vegetable garden.